Hello, it is I. Now, ever since Forza Horizon 5 was announced in June of 2021, we've been receiving brand new bits of information every week onwards. And thankfully, this information was good news. There are a lot of things you should be looking forward to when this next game comes out. So here are 10 reasons why you should be excited for Forza Horizon 5. Now, before getting into this video... Oh! Did you see what I did there? I mean, you probably can't because the camera doesn't show what has happened. But I yanked my handbrake because my hands need a break from pressing that like button. So you need to do it instead. What? 4,000 likes is the target as per usual. Liking the video is free and it helps out so much more than you can imagine. And seeing as over half of you guys watching have not subscribed, do consider subscribing to the channel down below. We don't do 200k. That was not English. Thank you very much, and now let's get into this video.
Gotta tap that face like babes, they focus. We ain't never had no.
One of the key landmarks in Forza Horizon 5 is the stadium. You saw it in the trailer, full of obstacles and off-road trucks jumping off ramps and doing barrel rolls. It looks so much fun, man. Now, I thought the stadium would be locked off from free roam drivers, so you can't just casually drive in there. But surprisingly, that is not the case. You can drive in whenever you want, even at night, seeing as this whole stadium is lit up in these floodlights. How beautiful is that, man? And as amazing as this is, it gets even better. As right in the center of the stadium, there is a large football. Yeah, it's called football, by the way, because it's actually the shape of a ball, not an egg. Anyways, with a large football like this, it means you can of course play car football. Yep, just like in Forza Motorsport 4. So instead of getting someone to be in a Peel P50 as a football, you actually have a proper football to play car football with. Except in Forza it would be called bonnet ball or hood ball. Ooh, hood ball. That has a little bit of a ring to it. Anyways, we are so stoked to see the return of car football in the Forza franchise. It's something we've all been wanting to return ever since Forza Motorsport 4, and we're so glad it's making a comeback in this new Horizon game.
If three man try link up and do an album, it's not gonna sound like this.
Now, character choice was introduced in Forza Horizon 3, and character customization was introduced in Forza Horizon 4. However, you couldn't really customize the character themselves. It was only the clothes that you could customize. Well, thankfully in Forza Horizon 5, we're getting proper character customization, as we have a big variety of default plays to choose from, of which you can change their hairstyle, their hair color, their pronouns, their voice. I mean, you can even give the character prosthetic limbs, which I find so cool. Oh yeah, and you can even change the type of socks they wear. You can't even do that in The Sims, man. So I'm really happy the developers have really improved character customization, as Horizon 4's avatars were literally just identical to one another.
You see a rap scene, me I see the Hunger Games.
Yep, that's right, we're finally getting a proper story mode in Forza Horizon 5. Or at least that's what it looks like. Anyways, we've been introduced to a lot of brand new characters, which we'll be seeing in Forza Horizon 5, who have pretty interesting personalities. On top of new characters, we're also going to be seeing the return of some old characters from previous Forza Horizon games. Jay from Horizon 4 being a very prominent one, from what we've seen in the Forza Let's Go live streams. And as we could choose the voice of our character, we'll of course be getting cutscenes as well. I mean, they're not as cinematic of cutscenes as they were in Horizons 1 and 2, but they're cutscenes nonetheless, and they do tell a story. So despite it not being perfect, having a story mode could really help improve the overall gameplay experience of Forza Horizon 5 when it comes out.
I don't wanna talk it.
Now, I've spoken about this in my videos before, but I had to mention it again because Horizon Mexico is just magical. Mate, I wanted Japan, but I ain't even mad. Mexico is just as great of a location, especially for a Horizon game. I mean, we've got deserts, towns, beaches, mountains, rainforests, a telescope, a volcano. Oh my days, man. I don't think I've ever seen a volcano in a racing game ever. So yeah, Mike Brown, Mexico was a fantastic choice.
Riding around with like 30 rats and say dirty cash.
And the car customization in Forza Horizon 5 is pretty mad. The developers prioritize customization for Forza Horizon 5, so we're getting so many new wide body kits, as well as other visual customization parts as well. I mean, we're getting TJ Hunt's Street Hunter kit for the C8 Corvette, and possibly the Supra as well. The 911 GT2 RS comes with this insane Duke yeah, this weird body kit, yeah. And you can also change the doors out on the Jeep Gladiator. How is that possible, man? On top of all of that, all these cars now come with a brand new off-road stat, and you can even put chunky off-road tires onto any car in the game, including supercars, meaning you can convert any car you own into an off-roading machine. You don't have to use 4x4s all the time, which is very nice. Unfortunately, we are yet to receive interior customization as a feature, but you can't really complain after how far Forza Horizon customization has come. So big up the developers for prioritizing customization in this game, though hopefully we do get a glimpse of interior customization sometime in the future. future.
Your ex-wavy, we tsunami.
All the past Forza Horizon games suffered quite a big problem. The races and missions were just way too repetitive and boring. It was just racing constantly, and doing that over and over again just ends up being so boring, even if you're not racing another car. But thankfully that's been fixed in Forza Horizon 5, as in the new game we'll be seeing interactive missions, which don't require you to have to push your car to the limits 24/7. We saw a glimpse of this in one of Forza's Let's Go live streams, where you have to scope a certain area in your off-road buggy to find certain items like a statue or a plane, as well as find a suitable location to build a Horizon radio beacon. So this may not sound all exciting in that, but it's a refreshing break from racing constantly. These sorts of missions also give you an insight about the players in the game, so not only are you progressing, but you're also getting to know these characters as well. It's a very smart way of progressing through the game, so well done to the developers and directors for coming up with these sorts of missions.
Got the peas in the bank, my cash on the up.
Now, Forza Horizon 5 has finally introduced a feature that has been requested for decades, which is the ability to gift cars to other players, which is brilliant. This feature has been seen in other games like Gran Turismo, where you could trade cars with one another, so it is really nice to see this debut in Forza Horizon 5. Now unfortunately you can't gift cars to a specific person, meaning you won't be able to do pink slips. You can only gift it to random people, but you cannot argue that this is still a pretty cool feature. Though I'm really hoping Forza could introduce a way to perhaps trade cars with players that you already know.
Pull up on them in the pitch black.
The Forza Horizon franchise surprisingly has quite a large audience dedicated to role-playing and cruising. People who want to drive like they do in real life, stick to the speed limits, etc. Now I thought the developers wouldn't really care about these sorts of players, they just want to entertain the brand new players into the franchise, but surprisingly they do have some features that are loved by these role-playing community. Features which make the game 10 times more realistic to play. For example, if you have a convertible car, you can take down the roof when it's sunny, and when it's raining or cold, you can of course put the roof up as well, all whilst driving, which is very realistic. And you can also switch driving modes depending on what car you're driving. We saw a demo of this with the Mercedes-AMG One, but I'm sure we'll be seeing this on many other cars in the game as well. So I'm very certain the whole role-playing community are really happy with these features, but fingers crossed we'll be seeing more of these features in the near future. One of the most talked about features with Forza Horizon 4 were the seasons, which provided a unique climate depending on what week or season you were playing the game in. And as great of a feature as this sounded, it was actually quite annoying, especially during winter. In Horizon 5, seasons are still a thing, but I'm assuming they wouldn't have anywhere near as big of a change as they did on Horizon 4. Instead, these climates change depending on the weather, and it's not the same old it's either sunny or rainy system in all the previous Forza Horizon games. As in Horizon 5, we'd be seeing thunderstorms, a little bit of snowfall, this sort of humid sunset, and even sandstorms. I mean, just imagine casually driving a car, and in the distance you see a sand avalanche. That would be so cool and a little bit terrifying. So I'm really happy to see this unique weather cycle in the default map of the game. I think this is the first Horizon game where you can experience thunderstorms without paying for a DLC. So yeah, thank you very much for not ripping us off. And that's the end of the video. Hope you all did enjoy. If you did not enjoy this video, that's a bit sad. If you want to see more videos just like this one, then make sure to, you know, we are trying to hit 200k for the end of this year, so any help would be much appreciated. Also, leave a comment down below, it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I try to do some money. Thank you very much, and I'll catch up with you guys very soon. Until next time, have a good one, guys. Stay safe, stay inside. Until next time, cheers.
My dineros, what I'm out to get. Sombrero, I get hat and then I'm out again. Got an A1 Chica with a drive like a 3 litre, that's what she needs D4, like the outfit.